Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Preachanje, a podcast among the festival Preach the Reach. This is the second year, 2024 Preach the Reach Festival. Here we are with DJ Dan. Hello, DJ Dan.
Hello, what up?
Hailing from Austria, Dan, you are a DJ in a hip-hop band Texta since 1994. You are collectively the oldest and longest active hip-hop band in Austria. More than 800, I read, concerts all over the world. That's including a number of countries on the continent of Africa, of course, Europe, Cuba, I read even. So, first of all, how are you? How are you feeling? Welcome to Šibenik.
Okay, Hvala, thank you very much for having me here. I'm feeling great. It's like, there were many concerts and plus many DJ gigs. I have already had one concert with Texta in Croatia, which was in 2005 in Voditeljica. But being at a hip-hop festival in Croatia, this is my first time, and here in Šibenik, it's very special for me as I have some roots in this beautiful city.
Nice. A few words about Texta. Like I said, one of the oldest, longest running collectives in Austria from Linz. For those who do not know, a few words about your band.
Yeah, like you've mentioned before, it's like we were founded in 1993, so we had our 30th anniversary last year, and I don't know, we have 8 albums or 9 albums. We have many projects together with other bands and so on and so forth. But maybe one important thing is that we still love hip hop. So we have no plans, no business plans, nothing like that. We still love hip hop. We still make hip hop. At the beginning, we were 5 members. 4 MCs and me as a DJ. This has changed in 2011. Skero, basic member of Texta, he left the group. He's from Vienna and I'm from Linz, so this is like 200 kilometers away. And okay, he always had to come for every show, and we had really many shows at that time, to Linz, and then we had a ride for like 8 hours, and then we came back, and then he said, okay, logistics. And he had a solo album with a big hit in Austria, and it's very important to know that hip hop in Austria is still not in the charts. It's like even the pop hip hop songs are not in the charts. Maybe some songs from Germany, but not Austrian hip hop. This has something to do with the media, which will bring us too far if I tell you about that, and there's no complaint about it, but it's like that. But he had a hit. It was a baile funk instrumental, like from Brazil, and it was an Austrian dialect, and it was a summer song, and it hit like the bomb.
Yeah.
And this was maybe also one reason that why he has left, because he had many gigs and so on. I did the cuts on this song, so by the way, it was second place in the Austrian chart, so I have a chart song now. Okay, and then which is much more important maybe is that one of our members died in 2018. He was 51. He was maybe the most remarkable person in our band because he was only 1.40 meters, had a very special voice. Everybody knew him, especially because he was such a good, strong character, and this was a hit for us. It really hit us in our face, and we made a break. We never had that before. This was before Corona, and we were really thinking about stopping it. But after 2 years, we had 2 concerts, and then we decided if we feel good with these concerts, we try to keep on moving, and we will see what happened. And it turned out that there's still a vibe, that we still love music, as I told you at the beginning. Sorry for being so long, but
we talked a lot before the podcast.
But that's the whole not the whole, but that's the history of text.
Yeah.
Quite
And
short.
what's really interesting, one of my questions that I have for you is also the situation, like you said, Austria, not on the charts, very underground, very subdued. The situation in Linz. Linz is a smaller town. For example, Vienna, we're like a bigger city. What's the relation here? What's the scene in Linz? I don't care about Vienna right now. I want to hear about Linz. Are you one of the rare examples of hip hop collectives in Linz, or are there from the 90s up till now? What's the scene?
Yeah. There were, so as we started so early, there was not much before. There was one group I can remember that tried a little bit, and there are many groups who followed us. And we have one platform. It's like a label, but not professional. It's more like a platform, Tonko Your Records. And many really good artists followed us, released their albums, had their shows, tours, and songs on the radio. And they called Linz the hip-hop capital of Austria. Even the people from Vienna call us that.
Oh,
because
okay,
there's also a club venue which is called Kapu, and many American underground hip-hop artists have been playing there. Really many. Even though this club only can take 250 people, but
that's a nice number. That's a nice number.
For
Yeah,
underground
sure.
act. It is.
Yeah.
And sold out every time, and people come from Czech Republic, come from Vienna.
Yes, that's nice. Yeah.
But I have to admit, I don't know if maybe some of the other groups will talk about that to me. Nah, I mean, Texter was in Austria, and Linz is quite a small city, 200,000 inhabitants. So there was not enough place for a second group somehow.
Yeah.
It's a pity, because I mean, mass appeal is one thing, quality-wise they were at the same level as Texter, I tell you.
Yeah.
But if we were playing at festivals with other genres of music, it didn't matter to us. We brought hip-hop really to many places, and it fit. But there was not a place for a second hip-hop band. There was no hip-hop festival in Linz. There were only okay, there's Texter, and nothing else. So that's a little bit of pity, but for us it was good. We were lucky.
So right now I'm interviewing you as a DJ of a Texter group. You're a scratch DJ. So this is what you do. This is what you do for many decades now, I can say. Scratch DJing, your thing is mixing genres, having all flavors of music as a part of your sets. It doesn't matter if you're performing with the group or standalone like a scratch DJ. Tell us about scratching as an occupation in 2024. Is it still a niche thing like we talked before? Is it still a niche thing? And inside your answer, I would like some advice for people who are maybe wanting to go into scratch DJing, and maybe they're fearing the gatekeepers and the people who are maybe telling it's not that simple, that you have to work very hard. What's the thing? Share your experience and a few a small advice for upcoming DJs.
Okay, first of all, and a small advice, it is easy if you practice, and if you stick to that thing that you have practiced and you are sure about to make it tight, because you only have to count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, like in every hip hop beat. And if you know this, then you can make a simple baby scratch easy as that. And I think every DJ who is mixing is counting. So you only have to move your hand when you count, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So it's easy.
Yeah. In theory.
In theory,
it's easy.
If you have a little feeling for Matrix, then it's
sure, so of course.
I would like to say, don't dare not to do it. Try it out.
Sure.
And it doesn't matter which type of music you're playing, because it's always the same procedure. and it's a technique. So I wouldn't say that I'm a scratch DJ. I would say I'm a DJ who's doing scratches, or who's using scratches as a technique.
Yeah.
Besides many other techniques. Maybe I'm not so good in using effects or filtering and stuff. That's not what I'm specialized. Maybe I'm quite okay in scratching. But if I only use this technique during my sets, then it would be very boring for everybody, annoying, destroying, and so on. So it's always important to have a feeling for the music, a feeling for the people, and your own style. And scratching is, in my opinion, and if you're playing hip-hop, then it's very important in my eyes. Very important technique to use.
Sure.
So that's it.
So you mentioned hip-hop, but I mentioned the other genres that you love to mix in during your sets. Yeah. What are some of your favorites?
Reggae music. I love reggae music. I'm a hip-hop head, but I love reggae. It's like when I listen to in my headphones, not only in summer.
In your spare time, that's what you put on.
I love reggae, I love dancehall. I love soul, I love funk, jazz. I don't know much about jazz. I like it. And I have kids, and my kids listen to everything, and it's very nice because they don't judge. Yeah. They don't judge. And I've learned from them. I have learned about so many songs I wouldn't have never heard.
Yeah, you have to learn from your kids. You have to listen to them. Yeah,
you have to listen to them.
Yeah, sure.
And you can
amazing. That's definitely so like the source of inspiration for your new stuff, coming up stuff. You have things that you love, but also some things that, where better to look, but your kids' interest and what they are feeling in the moment.
To be open for inspirations.
Yeah.
And it's good to have a completely different source of inspiration, because if you get stuck with your friends and people, we used to do it when we were hanging out. That's the greatest thing when you're 18, 19, 20, and it is now, a little bit older now, with
you're in a bubble, maybe.
Odie and Nangran, the whole crew from Šibenik who brought me here. Last time I was here, I was sitting in the studio with Tome, with Il Grande Ma from One Too Many, until, I don't know, 5 in the morning. We thought it was like only 1 hour. It was 6 hours. That's still nice. But okay, that's one context. But open your eyes, be open to inspiration. That's a nice thing.
And you mentioned we are coming towards the end of our podcast, because this is unfortunately a short format, but I would like to ask you your connections with Šibenik. This is not your first time here. Were you on the last year's Preach the Rich?
Unfortunately not.
No, but this is your first year on the festival. But you, as you told me, have been coming here for many, many years. So a few words about have you maybe caught some of the local hip-hop here during the years, and what do you think about it?
Okay, thank you for that question. That's really important for me. The first contact with Croatian hip-hop was with Radio Šibenik, DJ Mengren. It was the beginning of the internet, as we know, and I wanted to find out if there's anything going on. And it was at the beginning of the 2000s, 2001, I guess, and I was writing an email to Radio Šibenik because I've read somewhere in the internet that there's a hip-hop show. And Mario Mengren wrote back, and I was like, wow, okay, I was nervous because it was before my stay, before I came here. Because I have roots here. My mother is from Tokyo, and she grew up in Šibenik, in Rajene, and for me it's a second home. It's like that. Half of my heart is here.
Nice.
I love it here. There's no other place.
You're coming home.
Thank you. That I know this place like that. And we got connected, and he introduced me to Il Grande Ma and Miyagi from One Too Many. Later on, I got to know DJ Odie, and we had and Bronson, of course. Rest in peace, Bronson. And the vibe was immediately there. And then it was going on like that. First, we invited, this has nothing to do with Šibenik now, Tram 11 and Fat Philly to Linz. I was thinking about if this was before, but it was after I met the crew from Šibenik to a festival to Linz. Or maybe it was before. I don't know, because it's somehow a bit weird now. Maybe it was before or later, I don't know. But in 2004...
But there's a connection, yeah. So there was a collaboration, of course, between countries, yeah.
But what's very important is in 2004 we invited One Too Many to Austria. They played a show with us, and we made a song together, which was released on our album, So oder So, in 2004. The song is called Hvor full am I? Still one of my favorite songs, with parts in German, parts in Austrian. So you can check it out on YouTube. You can find it, and of course on Spotify and everything else. What a Fool Am I? Texter featuring One Too Many, and we have never lost the connection. And maybe as the last thing, when we were celebrating 30 years of Texter last year with 2 sold-out shows in Vienna and Linz with 1,000 plus people each show, we were inviting One Too Many, and they came, and they were celebrating with us, and they had also performed some songs of their own, and we were performing What a Fool Am I together, which we haven't done for 18 years since the gig in Voditeljica. So it was really great, and now they brought me here. So that's I have to say thank you to...
This is the full circle moment.
That's the full circle. That's it.
And I think, unfortunately, we came to the end of our talk here. This is your moment. Look at the camera. And this one camera. Pozdrav. And promote yourself. This is the moment for you. Tell people where to look your stuff. What's coming up? Do you have something new by yourself with Texta? What's new? And what do people have to look for in the future?
All right, so people from everywhere. So check out Texta on Instagram and all the other channels. We are recording a new album which will be released in 2025, next year. And we're trying to get as many concerts as we can. Maybe we will be in Croatia, maybe at the Preach the Reach Part 3, hopefully. Yeah. But especially check out Croatian hip-hop. It's really, really crazy what's going on. I think music is great, MCs are great, beats are great, and people are great. So check it out, and then we come together anyway.
Then thank you.
Peace.